Hello, everybody. Steve 87th here for my, I guess my year-end review and my Christmas hauls and next year's expectation. Oh, I'm going to have a couple more videos coming out in the next couple of days. It's been a little while. So I'm going to release them a little bit at a time. So first of all, I wanted to say, everybody, 2024 is over, 2025 is beginning. I took a couple extra days off at the beginning of the year before I start my crazy 2025. Just a quick recap on 2024. As you guys know, I recently took a new job at work, which causes me to travel all over the place. I wound up starting the year off with an injury to my knee, so that kind of stopped my travel a little bit that I was doing for a couple of months, but in the beginning of the year. However, because I was in a new group and I was the senior person and I was doing all the training, I wound up going to India for about 4 weeks. That was then coming back, doing some other trips. I had to go to SoCal for a couple of weeks to do some training down there. Then there was spats of training throughout the year, going to different places. I even forget where I all went. I know I wound up back in India again near the end of the year. That was kind of an emergent trip that happened for me. Trying to remember, boy, I can't even remember where all I went. I know that this coming year, there's going to be more travel for me. So I'm hoping to try to hit at least a train, maybe visit some people when I go, or at least hit a hobby shop or something like that in all of the different cities that I'm going to be going to around the world. So amongst all of that stuff, my job went through some pretty tumultuous times at the end of the year. We had a strike happened. We had furloughs happen, which I was hit by. Then there was the layoffs that we went through because of the strike and because of some other things. So our whole end of the year kind of was messed up. They stopped traveling for us, but we had to keep doing all of our work. But, we got all through that. So now for 2025, what do I see coming up for 2025 is I'm going to be starting travel again. Right now, it looks like most of my travel is going to be probably to Europe and Asia. However, I do have some travel in the United States. I also know that at the end of March, I'll be up in Canada. My wife's got a craft show that she's going to, so I'm going to take my time and go up to Canada and visit some of our Canadian friends that are up there that I haven't seen up in their hometowns. So that'll be kind of fun. Other than that, again, there's a lot of things that are up in the air for me this year, so I'm not sure if I'm going to be doing stuff on the layout or if I'm even going to have time to do some of the projects that I have and all that. So that is kind of my year in review. It's going to be kind of strange. No, I'm not going to Amherst. No, I probably won't be going to Sparky's meet and greet. Barely making plans for anything except for that whole thing in March. We don't know what's going to go on. But anyway, so that's what's going on. Let me go ahead and show you what I got for Christmas. Plus or minus. Okay, so everybody, thanks for listening. It's been a great year. My absence on streams obviously is known. There's 2 reasons for that. One is my work schedule. A lot of the shows are starting at 4 o'clock in the afternoon at my time on the West Coast, and I'm normally stuck in traffic or just getting in the door and gotta, download everything and get to food and, do dinner and things like that. So the live streams are really, really inconvenient for me. The West Coast ones are kind of tough. I'm on Heath's a little bit more because he's at a time that I can get to. I also try to hit the Go Via Go Home on Saturday, which usually comes after Artie's on Saturday, but it depends upon what we're doing in the real world as to whether or not I can get to those things. So I think in the future, it's still going to be kind of sporadic. Might be a little bit easier for me actually when I'm on the road because I just have to go to work and come back. The biggest thing on the challenges on the road is what time it actually is wherever I'm at. So I'm not abandoning you guys. It's just my scheduling, and the scheduling of the live streams makes it really tough. So, all right. Well, let me go ahead and conclude on that, and then I'm going to go ahead and show you what I got. Alrighty, let's start off with the things that I like the most, which are cars and trucks and stuff. So, what we have here is my little theme of the year. So, let's start off with some of the stuff that I've got. Okay, so I got one of the Breccia school buses. You can see here that it's the Dodge school bus, which really, really looks kind of nice. Looking forward to seeing what I can do with that. And I wonder why I need a 65 school bus, because I do modern, right? Well, there's a couple of other things that I got too. I happened to get a Chevy stepside. Sorry about that. An Oxford Chevy stepside, which is another really nice one. It's in a light blue color. Pretty nice. I mean, the Oxford ones are always really nice. I never realized before, but they do put the windshield wipers on there. And it even has, see if you guys can see this, but it has a license plate actually filled out on it, which is kind of cool. You don't get that too often. And in the back, so good little haul there. And then this car, the next Oxford that I got for Christmas, this is the Pontiac GTO in Fontaine Blue. Again, really nice looking car. It comes with a license plate on it. Interior details. So these Oxford models, for the cost and the detail that you get in them, are really, really amazing and cost effective. So for those of you in the 60s and 70s and 50s, get yourself an Oxford, even though they might be they're under $20. So a lot of them are in the $15 range or something like that. But you get a lot of great upfront vehicles for that money. Okay. So next, oh, look at what I got. I decided that I was finally able to get something that I've really, really wanted as a kid. We're going to start with this though. The first one is the Bush. This is an actual diorama little set, a little action set for a car on fire. It's a Volkswagen Passat station wagon, but this will be a little fun. You get to do some things with this. So pick that one up for Christmas, which was kind of cool. Trying to get some of the stuff out of the way as well. See, I get the car stuff out of the way, and then all the car guys can go away afterwards. So finally, if people don't know, Iconic Models came out with 1/87th scale Rescue 51, the American LaFrance, the Ward LaFrance, sorry. The Ward LaFrance Engine 51, and then, of course, the iconic Dodge Rescue 51. So these are kind of cool. Another thing that Iconic also built was Station 51 to actually put your two emergency vehicles with. Now, you see that there's two of them here, right? But as I take them off there, let's just look at these guys a little bit closer. Okay, yeah, I got two sets of them. This is really, really nice detail. Let me come up here with a nice little pointer. So the red on black tires, it even has a nice little detail on the bottom, which is really kind of cool. There's a lot of people on the internet who've come up, oh my God, is that the right scale and all that? And Iconic usually makes the right scales when they come up and do that. Some of the things that are nice in here, though, they did paint the interior. They have got a fire axe. So there is a little bit of detailing that you can do on this because the fire axe obviously is wrong. They did really nice job up front with the lights. It's really funny though. The single red light on top actually comes out blue It looks like it's blue there, but seriously, it changes when you put the darkness to it. But with the light on it, let's see if we can do that. With the light the correct way, it's actually red. So believe me, it is red. They did a really nice job. They got fire extinguishers out on the sides. The rear end is really, really kind of cool. They did a nice job on the hose bed. And they've got pre-connected hoses. That's awesome. You don't see that in anything. So for people who really like fire trucks, that is really, really authentic, having a pre-connect. What's funny is they even shortened the hose bed for one of the pre-connect lines. They have a nice little induction fan that's on there, as well as the upper top hose reel that they used to take, and then the gun. And they even put, and I looked back onto the show, made sure they put the air bottles where they're supposed to be too. And then you can see here, they did a nice job with putting the markings on it. They got the 51 up on top as well, 51 in the back. I mean, really, really great detail on a truck like this. So again, even if you don't like emergency or didn't grow up using emergency and all that, you could probably easily get these off. I think that they're decals. It's hard to see whether they're decals or stamped. They might be, those might be decals, so they might be easier to get off the doors and all that kind of stuff. And you could have your nice little modern, well outfitted fire truck there. Okay, so that's that one. That's a really nice, impressive vehicle. The second one, again, because they are what they are, we have the Rescue Squad, right? Which is what everybody knows about. There have been some complaints about this not being straight, where the front end is a little bit taller than the back end, and people said, oh, is that the right scale and all that? Yes, it is. They've proven that this is the same Dodge as the Dodge that you got from Roco, which was 1/87 scale. Nicely interior detail. They also have, again, the fire extinguishers and the oxygen bottles that they had in the back. They did a nice job with the rear door, and also with the coloring, you know, the decals on that. The only thing I thought that this might be a little bit too bright. I'd have to look again to see if that's a little bright on the hinges of the doors and all that. But otherwise, I mean, they've got the nice red with the clear for the signal on it. They've got the good lights on the top of it. They are actually red. Those didn't come out the wrong way. So overall, these are really nice little vehicles for 1965, and they're really nicely done. So kudos for them. A bit maybe on a pricey side for people. These are both under $40, but you know, there's a little expense to go with that. But then I have never opened this, even though I cut it, but they also, Iconic Replicas also released the Emergency Station 51, which everybody knows who watches the station, the channel and all that kind of stuff, is actually a different place. I've never opened this. It says no glue is required. However, let's just look at the directions here real quick. This looks like it is a paper on card backing. So that looks really kind of cool. And it looks like it's going to be, they've got the back, but the back is wrong because there was a roll-up door in the back as well. So you might actually need two of these kits to actually make up one station correctly. So it's meant as a front kit, but let's just look at it real quick. They got the big door. It looks like you got to take some of that out. Here is one of the side walls, which is really, really kind of nice. The windows have a little bit of indentation on them. The front of the station. This looks like they all fit together really nicely. They've got this these hard borders on them, which also double as channels that all of this goes into. That's really kind of nice. The detailing, the coloration, even the roof falls in there. You get a nice little American flag and California flag for the flag post out front. And then, like I said, you also get the front. Here is the front with the opening to it. little door, what the office number is and all that. The paint's already done on it, which really, really looks nice. The back is actually supposed to emulate the front because there would be a drive-through door, but it does have some of the nice stuff on the back of it. So overall, this is a pretty kind of cool kit. It looks like it's going to go together in about 30 seconds. And bonus, this is going to make a nice little diorama. Oh, this is a rubberized sheet that is the entire outside with the sidewalk, the driveway, and then you get the inside where it's all going to be paved. So you can do some nice detailing on this. Of course, you know, if you were lucky enough to buy the Menards fire station that they brought out a couple of years ago, you would already have it all lit up and things like that. So that kind of makes it nice. So this looks like it's not going to take too long to build. Really simple, really easy. And you'll have a nice little backup diorama set, which is probably what I'm going to do with one of my things. I got another donut with Joe, or dough with Joe, on the go. Another Walters Scenic. My final model is a New Holland crane. It's actually a construction crane, as I like to call. It's a hydraulic cutter and gripper crane, which is kind of really cool. I had a job once where I saw this thing tearing apart a tank farm. So it was kind of cool just watching it come in there, grip it, and just rip the tank farm apart. So that might be something that I get to reproduce. So that ends my car portion of the video. Now we get to move on to the train segment. All right, so a couple of these I actually picked up, but the way that my wife and I do it, because it's only my wife and I, we get our own stuff and then we kind of make the other one give it to us for Christmas. So the first one is another Husky stack by Intermountain Railway, produced with cooperation from Intermountain by A-Line. So this is another set, brand new, old stock sort of thing. And also I got the TTX 3-section from Atlas as well. So this is the Forward Thinking Large logo. Again, these look like they actually have some pre-weathering to them, which is kind of neat. Makes it a little bit easier. But again, these will go for my garbage system. And then lastly, which I won't do a review on this because other people do reviews on things. As you guys know, earlier this year, and I forgot in my recap because it's still a sore subject with me, I lost my kitty cat. And Bella was the cat that used to do all of the stuff on the train system. So I had done one of the pre-orders for the Scale Trains Rivet Counter series for the Chessie. So let's just open this thing up, take a nice little look at it. I still have more like roller bearings and things like that go with it. So we're only going to take one side off. I don't want to do it all. But, so this is the Rivet Counter Chessie, the CSX Chessie train. It looks really nice. I'm not sure in real life. There's a bit of fading. I don't know if you guys can see that. I didn't bring in all my lights, so it might be a little bit tougher to see. There's a little bit of fading between the Chessie and the CSX, but all the handrails, all of the MU cables. This, of course, doesn't have people inside of it. It's got the nice little Chessie logo. Really nice detail, finely done. You can see most of, they even have www.csx.com on here. Oh, so this is something that's kind of cool. They pre-weathered the wheels for you. I did not know that before. And then you can see the see-through stairways, more MU cables. They gave you the rusted coupler on the back. So this is really kind of nice. It gives you a lot of the things that are already done. You know, obviously the chain probably has to be repainted on both ends and all. I'm not going to run this tonight, but that is my other Christmas present. So, as you can see, been a busy year, busier year coming up. And there's a whole bunch more pre-orders that are coming. And I have another video of a big pre-order that a lot of people have been waiting for a while from Atlas. So this is Steve87 saying thanks for watching, and I will catch you guys when I can, when time permits. So thanks, everybody. It was a great last year, and I hope this year will be just as much adventure, excitement, and things coming up, and I hope to see you guys. All right, take it easy.